Hello everyone and welcome back to Dev Portal, your go-to channel for mastering tech concept. In our last few videos, we have seen that how we can navigate in our Linux file system. We understood what path is, and we have also seen that how we can use our Linux terminal to understand about any command with the help of man and info command. Now let's go to another step further and let's try to understand that how we can create files and folder in our system. So there are two commands, one is mkdir and another one is touch command. Both we are going to discuss today in this video. So let's get started. So first let's try to understand that how we can create a directory inside our system. So for creating a directory, we need to use one command, that is mkdir. It is the short form of make directory. Let me show you that how we can create the directories. So first let me show you where I am. As you can see, currently I am in my home folder or directory, and let me show you what all folders are present here. So you can see these are the folders which are present inside this directory. Now let's say that I want to create one more directory with the name, let's suppose project. So I will write mkdir, and after that I will mention the directory name, that is project. So here currently I have not mentioned anything before the project. So what it will do, it will create the directory in my current location. Let me show you. Once I press enter, if I execute ls command again, you can see now that it is showing project and it is showing the timestamp and date as well. So this is how we can create the directory. And how I know that this is a directory, you can see on left side D is coming. D stands for directory, and if it is hyphen, then it means it is a file. So now let's say I want to go inside this directory. So for that we need to use cd command, and I will mention project. And if I show you ls again, you can see nothing is there. Now let's say we have seen that how we can create a directory, but let's suppose we want to create multiple directories. So in that case, what we need to do? So for that we can write mkdir again, and we can mention the directory's name. Let's suppose dir1 is one directory, then dir2 is another directory, and then dir3. So what it will do, it will create three directories with the name dir1, dir2, dir3 inside my project directory. If I press enter and if I execute ls again, you can see three directories are coming. If I do ls-l, you can see three directories are coming, dir1, dir2 and dir3. So this is how we can create multiple directories as well. Now let's say you want to create a hierarchical directory. What hierarchical directory means, like if when we create Maven project, so you can see in your IDE, it will create folders in the form of source, main, Java. So same thing I want to create it here. Let's say I want to create a directory with name project, then Java, then backend. So what I need to do for that? So first let me show the documentation of mkdir. So how we can see the documentation, we need to write man mkdir. It will open the manual for this command. So you can see what mkdir it will do, it will make directories. And if I come down, you can see the options here. Here one option is there, -p. What it will do, it will create the parent directories if it is not exist. So let me show you that how we can use this option. So I will press Q to quit this terminal, and let me clear this terminal as well. And what I will do now, I will first let me go one step backward, and now I am in my home directory. And let's say I want to create a directory mkdir with the name project, after that Java, and then after that backend. So this directory I want to create. So before that I will mention -p. Now once I press enter, you can see it now. Here projects is there. If I do cd project, if I do ls again, you can see Java is there. And if I do Java ls again, you can see backend directories also got created. So this is how we can create a hierarchical directory. This is very helpful when we are setting up our project in Linux. So this is how we can create a hierarchical directory. Now this is about directories, that how we can create. Now let's say you want to create a file. Let's see how we can create a file as well. So what I'm going to do, I will show you that how we can create an empty file. There are multiple ways. We will see other ways as well in future. For now, you can understand that how we can create an empty file using command, that is touch command. So usually what touch command will do, it will change the timestamp of a file if it exists. And if it does not exist, what it will do, it will create that file, an empty file. So first, if I do ls, you can see nothing is there. So let me go in my projects directory. So now I am under my project directory. If I do ls again, you can see 3 directories are there. Let me clear the terminal, and now I will write touch, and let's say I want to create a file with name notes.txt. This text file I want to create. If I press enter and if I do ls again, ls-l, you can see one file it has created at 129, and you can see this is a file because hyphen is coming. So this is how we can create an empty file. Now let's say you want to create multiple files. So what we did in our directory part, we have mentioned multiple directories name. Same thing we can do it here as well while creating file. Let's say if I write touch, and after that I want to create, let's say, index.html file. This is one file. Then style.css file. This is another file. Then app.js. This is the third file. If I execute this command, if I do ls-l, you can see it now. app.js got created, then index.html got created, and style.css got created, and this is created at 130. Now if I do touch, and let's say if I mention index.html again, and if I do ls-l, so okay, timestamp not yet changed, so let's wait for some time and then I will show that how it will work. If I show you the manual for touch command, man touch, you can see what it will do. It will change the file timestamp. So update the access and modification time of each file to the current timestamp. It will do usually if the file exists. Then if file does not exist, in that case it will create the file as well for you. So let me quit this terminal, and now if I clear the screen and if I do touch index.html again, if I do ls-l, now you can see it has changed the timestamp. So usually it is used to change the timestamp, but I am showing you that how you can create empty file as well. For now, I am not going to show you that how we can insert or we can update the file. That we will see further in our future videos. So till now we have seen that how we can create single file and multiple files. Now let's say, let me show you another thing. Let's say you want to create a folder or directory but not in your current location. Let's say I am currently in my project directory, and if I go to my home directory, if I do ls, there is one more directory. This is Linux tutorial. If I do cd Linux tutorial, you can see it here. File.txt is present and test folder is present. Now let's say I want to create another directory here as a backup directory, as a name of backup directory, and this directory I want to create from my projects directory. So first let me go to my project directory. So for that what I can do, I can do cd. I know I need to go to my home directory, and after that I want to go to my project directory. So this is the shortcut which I can use, or shortcut. If I press enter, if I do pwd, you can see now I am in my project directory, and from my project directory I will create a directory inside my Linux tutorial. So I will write mkdir, and to create a directory we no need to do nothing, just we need to mention the path. So this is my home folder path or directory path. After that I want to go to my Linux tutorial, so I just write li and then I will press tab for the auto completion, and then I will mention what directory I want to create, that is backup. If I press enter, and now if I go to my home directory first, you can see Linux tutorial is there. If I do Linux tutorial, now if I do ls again, you can see backup directory is there. If I do ls-l, you can see it here, it got created. So this is how we can create directory in some other path as well. Just we need to provide the complete path, then it will get created. So let's quickly recap what we have covered today. We have seen that how we can create a directory using mkdir command, and then we have seen that how we can create a hierarchical directory with the help of -p option. And then we just saw that how we can create an empty file in our Linux system using touch command. Touch command usually used to update the timestamp, but we can create files as well using touch command. So now we know that how we can create directory and files in our Linux system. In our next video, we will see that how we can move or rename the file in our Linux system which are already present in our system. Those files we will try to move to some other location, or we will try to change the name of those files. So that's it for today's video on Dev Portal. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like this video, share this video with your fellow developers, and please subscribe to my channel. And I will see you in my next video.